This is the Ableton Move. It's a very portable drum computer, instrument, and also a DAW controller, just like its big brother, the Push 2. They're both great controllers, and the Move is way more portable, which seems to be very nice. However, Ableton didn't really implement enough to make it a good alternative to the Push. First of all, the display is very small. I think everybody noticed, but there's also sadly one setting missing that I think is extremely important for an instrument that is pad based. And here on the Push 2, we got settings for the pad sensitivity and the pad gain, but sadly you cannot change the sensitivity of the Move's pad. So even though you can simply play by gently pushing the Push's pads, if you want to play the same melody on the Move, you need to push way stronger. Because if you just touch him, really nothing happens. And I think this is extremely annoying because I very often play ambient or synthesizers that I don't want to play strong. I want to play them with a low velocity. And I also don't like the feeling of pushing down. It's kind of like a pain in the ass to do this. And then there's the Launchpad Pro. Well, it's a different manufacturer, but the sensitivity of the pads can be changed so that you only have to touch it. You only have to touch the pads. And I never ever have a missed note on the Launchpad. Whereas I always miss notes on the Move and sometimes also on the Push because the sensitivity of 10 is sadly not nearly as close as the sensitivity from the Launchpad Pro. So yeah, also the Launchpad sounds very natural when you play on it, like the transitions between the notes, they are very smooth. And they are perfect for playing ambient or pads. But on the Move, you just can't do that. First of all, if I use the same force on the Launchpad, nothing happens. Simply nothing happens. And there's nothing you can do about it. there is no setting. I contacted Ableton about this because I just can't believe that they did not implement such an important feature like sensitivity setting. Like, this is insane for a price of $449. Like, all pad-based instruments I've seen have, especially at 300 to 400 euros, have a setting for the sensitivity. But the Ableton Move does not, and it's crazy because I love so much about this. I love the 8 encoders. I love that you can see what you're changing. I love the integrated effects. Like, it's a great device, but having such a high pad sensitivity just is extremely frustrating. Like, I don't want to play like that. I really don't like it. And then there's like the option to do full velocity. This one. But it sounds very unnatural. Like, you always hear, like, no, you hear the spaces in between. It's very unpleasant. It's very unnatural. Yeah. So there you got it. There are other controllers that sound way more natural. If you really need a standalone, there's also the Novation Circuit Tracks. I didn't have it, I didn't test it yet, but as far as I know, they're using the same pads as in the Launchpad Pro. So there you got the reason why I'm returning the Ableton Move. Yeah, very sad. Because generally it's a very fun little guy. But yeah, the sensitivity thing is really the most annoying thing about this. Like, it's really annoying. But yeah, also the display is super small. You can't compare this to something like the Push, but if only it would not be so insensitive. Because I hate playing with full velocity, it just sounds like shit. But this also sounds like shit. Like, it's just... Like, this sounds a million times better. A million times. It's so much more fun to play on the Launchpad Pro. It's even more fun than on the Push, which made me sometimes consider to even sell the Push, because I'm simply not satisfied with the sensitivity on this one either. The Novation is really the most sensitive pad DAW controller I ever had in my hands. And it's super fun. I can really recommend the Launchpad Pro. Alright? Have fun making music. Bye bye.